Maria Corina Machado. I've had her on TV this week.
Yeah, she's a very nice person.
Okay, she won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes.
When she accepted that Peace Prize, she dedicated it to you. She said to me this week, both on TV and radio, that she wants to give the Nobel Prize, her Nobel Peace Prize, to you for liberating her country. In 2023, she won over 92% of the vote to be the leader of the opposition. Maduro kept her off the ballot. Do you have any plans to meet with her? And would you accept the Nobel Prize she wants to hand to you?
Well, I understand she's coming in next week sometime, and I look forward to saying hello to her, and I've heard that she wants to do that. That would be a great honor.
So he's going to accept the Nobel Peace Prize. Doesn't matter if it's totally against the will of what the prize actually means, right? He doesn't care. So he wants that Nobel, and he want to dangle, he want to take it by force. The opportunity of her becoming president in Venezuela. So he's going to try every possible means to get that Nobel, which is very, very ironic. Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is James. In this video, we're going to talk about Trump's recent obsession. Well, he's been obsessing about this Nobel Peace Prize for almost going back to a decade now, since President Obama won in 2009. So he wants it by force. He's going to dangle a carrot in front of the recent window. He's going to dangle a carrot in front of her face, giving her a path to become Venezuela next president, close the president, just for that Nobel. She's coming in next week. I want to react to this video of him admitting that, right? He pretty much admit that he's going to do that. And in this video we just watched, he's very open to that. Before we go any further, what is a Nobel Peace Prize and what it stands for? Trump is actually eligible for this, right? Because he's been preaching about this for a long time. A long time. And he wants to get this. So let's see if he actually deserve this, not deserve it, if he actually eligible for it, right? It said a Nobel Peace Prize is awarded to those who advance peace, human rights, and international cooperation through diplomacy and nonviolence. Well, you have watched his first term, and you are into his second term, and we're almost to that 1 year mark of his second term. Have he advanced peace? He's talking about 8 wars. Has he advanced international cooperation through diplomacy and nonviolence? Think about that while we go through this video. And be honest, if he does deserve it. Because you talk about 8 wars, and that is a lot of wars being ended by this one administration just in the first year.
Next week, if she gives you her Nobel Peace Prize, will that change your view about her running that country?
Well, I have to speak to her. I mean, I'm going to have to speak to her. She might be involved in some aspect of it. I will have to speak to her.
I have to speak to her first. If she's willing to give me her Nobel Peace Prize, and she wants to become the president of Venezuela next, I have to speak to her. Feel just agreeing with it. Just yes, give me your prize, and then I might make you president of Venezuela. And that is a crazy part of it, right? Like a different country, the United States, can come to your country and select your leader. Diplomacy, democracy, they call it. They can come to your country and select your leader and call it democracy. I mean, it's crazy. Just bring to somebody else's country, grab their leader, kidnap their leader and his wife, bring them to your country, you put them on trial, and now that trial is based on your laws in your country. Yes, we're going to kidnap your leader and his wife, bring him to our country, try him in our court, and if he's guilty according to our laws, then he can be punished. While that's going on, you give me your prize, your Nobel Peace Prize that you rightfully won, and if you give me that, I can maybe think about making you president of another country. He's speaking he's the boss of the whole world. He's the ultimate boss. He can just go into your country and do anything he wants. And the scary thing about it is, he can. He's doing it. He do it right here in Venezuela. He's doing it.
I think it's very nice that she wants to come in, and that's what I understand the reason is, because Norway is very embarrassed by what took place. I mean, they're getting decimated. Look, whether people like Trump or don't like Trump, I settled 8 wars. Big ones, some going on for 36 years, 32 years, 31 years, 28 years, 25 years, some just getting ready to start, like India and Pakistan, where already 8 jets were shot out of the air.
He keep pointing that out about 8 wars, about he came in, he been in office for almost a year now, close to a year. And he talk about he settled 8 wars. And when you look at the facts, that's not true. He believes it. He believes that he has settled 8 wars. He believes that he have done so good that a Nobel should have his name on it. And he's the rightful owner of that Nobel of 2025. So he wants it. And he's going to get it by force, by coercion. He's going to try to get that Nobel Peace Prize, which is very ironic because it's not what the Nobel Peace Prize stands for.
And I got it done in rapid order without nuclear weapons. I can't think of anybody in history that should get the Nobel Prize more than me. And I don't want to be bragging, but nobody else settled wars. Obama got the Nobel Prize. He had no idea why. He still has no idea. He walks around, he says, I got the Nobel Prize. Why did he get a Nobel Prize? He got it almost immediately upon attaining office, and he didn't do anything, and he was a bad president.
Yeah, and it always go back to Obama. President Obama, since 2009, now he won that Nobel Peace Prize just about, 9 to 10 months into his term, and he wouldn't let this go. President Trump would not let this go. That he won that Nobel Peace Prize because Obama did not deserve the Nobel Peace Prize. And because of that, he deserved that Nobel Peace Prize. It's always going back to Obama. He received it. Why can't I? In his heart, he believed he have saved people's lives. He have helped people, especially in Venezuela, especially in Iran, especially with the old tariff thing. He saved people. Why can't he be recognized for that Nobel? Why Obama did? He will not let that go. And to be honest, because of Obama, we see Trump. Because they hate towards that person, give rise to this guy. So anything Obama did, he had to do double. When it comes to immigration, he wanted to deport more people than Obama did. When it comes to Nobel Peace Prize, he wants that. He wants 8 of those, not just 1, 8, because he said it was. He wants to top President Obama in everything. And that right there shows weakness. Just pure weakness.
So, I mean, you should get the Nobel Prize for every war you stopped. These were major wars. These were wars that nobody thought could be stopped. President Putin called me and he said about 2 of the wars that he's been trying to stop them for 10 years. He wasn't able to do it. He couldn't believe it. So in theory, you should get the Nobel Prize for every war you stopped. Every one of them was major. But I don't care about that. What I care about is saving lives. I've saved tens of millions of lives.
You're talking about a guy that been in power for almost 20 years and almost have getting rid of every opposition that ever faced him. Now tell me about fair, right? So that is not fair. And that is not right. And Putin should not be an example. His words, especially come to peace, should not be considered. But anyway, she's trying to strong arm the Nobel Prize winner to get that Nobel Peace Prize by any means necessary. He's trying to give her what she always wanted, Maduro out of Venezuela. She going in, maybe as the president, you know? So she gave him that Nobel, he giving her the presidency of Venezuela. And that's how it's going to go. And again, just to think about how insane it is that an external president from another country is coming to your country and install somebody as president in your country, just to use that person to gather all the resources for themselves. I don't know how the Venezuela people are going to take it. Maybe they're going to rejoice that she is going to be their president. They're going to reject her. But if she become president of Venezuela, it's not pretty much going to be for the beneficiary of the people. It's going to be the beneficiary to the United States because they're going to benefit more than the people of Venezuela. Just my take. Now, what did the Norwegian government or the Norwegian committee, the Nobel Peace Prize committee, said about this? She cannot share or transfer the Nobel Peace Prize to anybody. You know, it's for you. You want it. You cannot transfer that to anybody. You cannot give it. It cannot be transferable. I'm sorry, you cannot do that. That would pretty much dismantle the whole meaning of the Nobel Peace Prize. You cannot do that. You can transfer that gift to somebody else. At the end of the day, I can pretty much assume she's gonna come talk to President Trump, and then she's gonna be giving a favor in Venezuela. She's gonna be running something in Venezuela after Maduro have been now is captured. And when it comes to the Nobel Peace Prize, people are not going to recognize it. The Norwegian committee not going to recognize it, even if she literally gave it to him, because it's not really peace. Now is it, right? If you strong arming somebody to give you a gift that they receive or an award that they won based on their effort, based on their talent, based on what they have done when it comes to communicating between countries and international diplomacy, through non-violence and stuff. You can really want that gift just by force. You got to be given it. So I'm not sure what she's going to do with it. But if she give it to President Trump, it's not going to be worth nothing because you pretty much didn't earn it. You just twisted somebody's arm to give it to you so they can become president for the country that you literally kidnapped their leader a couple of months ago, or in the case, weeks ago. Anyway, that's my take. What do you think about President Trump's message about getting the Nobel Peace Prize so far? Is it worth it? Will it be meaningful when he get that prize from the winner? And will he actually make her the president of Venezuela? And if you live in Venezuela, if you see my message, will you be happy? Will you be joyful? If you like the channel, subscribe to the channel. Let's keep this going. Thank you.